The first thing Eleanor Hayes noticed when she woke up inside the chicken coop was the smell, a sour, ammoniac tang of droppings and wet feathers that coated the back of her throat like guilt. It was stronger than the lilac bouquet she had clutched 24 hours earlier, stronger even than the Chanel No. 5 her mother had dabbed behind her ears with the solemnity of a priest administering last rites. The second thing she noticed was the rooster. He stood on a roost no higher than her knee, neck feathers puffed like a miniature lion's mane, and he screamed at her with the full-throated outrage of a creature who believed the sun rose solely because he ordered it. The sound ricocheted off the tin roof and slammed into her skull, which already throbbed from dehydration, adrenaline, and the half-bottle of Veuve Clicquot she had stolen from the bridal suite before fleeing. She was still wearing the dress. $42,000 of Italian silk and Alassa lace now clung to her skin in damp, grass-stained ribbons. The cathedral-length train had been reduced to a muddy mop by the time she vaulted the barbed wire fence at mile marker 17 on County Road 14. The Swarovski crystals that had spelled out Preston's initials along the hem were mostly gone, lost somewhere between the church parking lot and the irrigation ditch. What remained glittered dully in the half-light, like fish scales on a dying mermaid. Her feet, blistered inside satin pumps she had kicked off somewhere near the cattle guard, were bare and caked with a mixture of manure and her own blood. She could feel a splinter, no, 3, embedded in the ball of her left foot, but she was too exhausted to dig them out. Eleanor pressed her forehead against the rough plank wall and tried to remember how she had ended up here. The memory arrived in shards, sharp and glittering like the crystals on her ruined dress. The organist striking the opening chords of Pachelbel's canon. Her father's hand trembling on her arm as they paused at the nave. Preston waiting at the altar in his bespoke morning coat, hair slicked back with enough product to withstand a Category 5 hurricane. His smile practiced, proprietary, the same smile he used when closing seven-figure deals. Then the minister's voice, calm and sonorous, "If any person can show just cause why these two may not be joined," and her own voice, small but unmistakable, cutting through the hush, "I do." The congregation had gasped in perfect unison, a sound like 1,000 silk fans snapping open. Her mother's hand had flown to her pearls. Preston's jaw had unhinged, revealing the tiny gap between his front teeth that orthodontia had never quite closed. Eleanor had felt the words leave her mouth and hang in the air like smoke, impossible to suck back in. Then instinct took over. She had gathered the voluminous skirt in both fists, turned, and run. Down the aisle, past the floral arches dripping with white roses, past the string quartet sawing fra.